How is my face? Beautiful. See these people who put all this effort into makeup and like looking good for their videos, and I'm just like, here I am, baby hairs and all. Hi everyone, I was tagged to do the author ask tag by Nahid. I'm probably butchering that. I profusely apologise. I could not find you saying your name anywhere. I'll have her channel links below so you guys can go and check her out and her videos because she's great. I love her. I love everyone. I think we've noticed that. I have my laptop with the however many questions because I'm not counting them, and I'm just gonna get on with it. So the first question is, J.K. Rowling, what is your Hogwarts house? I'm a very proud Slytherin. I don't know if I've mentioned that on this channel, but I'm a very, very proud Slytherin. Stephen King, do you believe in ghosts? Yes and no. Like, I believe that there's probably like some sort of spirit thing out there. I've had an encounter with something that was creepy as fuck. That's another story. But I don't know if I necessarily believe that ghosts are like humans when they've died. Does that make sense? Like, I like the idea of that. I definitely think there are spirits of some form. The third author is John Green. If you could visit any place, real or fictional, where would you go? So for real, my like place to visit has kind of changed recently, and I've been really interested in visiting Japan. I also want to go places like Australia and stuff, and just the world in general. As for fictional, I mean, who doesn't want to go to Hogwarts? I'm wearing this is my Magical Congress of the United States t-shirt. I don't know if I want to visit them. Yeah, probably just Hogwarts. Suzanne Collins, who is one person you couldn't live without? This little dude. Hi. Do you see yourself? Does my cat count as a person? What's the problem? He's like, let it go. He's not a person, but I hate people. So, I mean, technically my mum, because she provides me with food and shelter. Ooh, Victor Hugo. Do you believe in love at first sight? I am like such a negative Nancy to bring back that phrase from my Starfish reading vlog. Oh my gosh. Bitch! You're the blooming negative Nancy. Never saying that again. But I don't know if I even believe in love. Let's be real. Like, seriously, I read like contemporaries and I'm just like, really? Why do you care about these people? Like, fuck off. Be alone. I am that person that will live alone with like 40 cats in the future. I can see it. I can see myself in those crazy old ladies in the knitted jumpers with cats all over them that have like 10 cats. I can see that in my future. So I'm gonna say no, unless we're talking about cats. The next author is Stephanie Meyer. If you could be a supernatural being, what would you be? I don't know. Like, there's not that many supernatural beings that I think you would want to be. Like, why would you want to be a vampire? Like, where is the appeal? Unless, of course, you're a teenage girl who falls in love with a boy and turns out he's a vampire, so you've got to change to be with him. Again, reference my answer to Victor Hugo and love. I really don't care about being a supernatural being. Like, if I absolutely had to be, I'd be a witch, because that could be Elphaba. F. Scott Fitzgerald, if you had unlimited funds for a day, what would you do? Right, I've thought this out. I would like book a bunch of trips like to Japan, Australia, I'd go back to Paris. I'd probably like buy a flat in the middle of London so I could just go down there as often as I wanted without worrying about accommodation to see shows. I'd probably do the same for a flat in New York and Paris. I'd also love to have like a cat rescue of my own. I could go and just cuddle all the cats and just like make it massive so I wouldn't have to turn cats away. The one thing I would absolutely do is like invest the money into like companies. I don't know, just something that would mean that when the day was over I would still have money coming to me. William Shakespeare, do you prefer tragedies or comedies? It depends. Like, I do like a bit of comedy, but I think in the grand scheme of things, you know, I love Les Mis, which is clearly the most comedic thing out there. You know, I'm all about the sad, depressing shit. I'm all about people like who get trapped in cults, and I'm always looking into like serial killers. Those FBI agents are probably like, we're gonna have to watch her. Trust me, I don't leave the house enough to commit crime. The next author is Veronica Roth, and the question for that is, what faction are you in? My answer to that is, what the fuck is a faction? I don't know. I haven't read Divergent yet, and I don't see the point in like doing a test to like find out when I don't fucking know what it means. I actually somewhere have a bath bomb that's probably well out of date from an Owl Crate box, and inside it has a thing that tells you what faction you're in, and I want to use the bath bomb because I like bath bombs and I want to find out my faction, but I need to wait until I actually know what the what the factions are. I was gonna go for that pun again and it was horrific, so we're gonna pretend otherwise. Our penultimate author is David Levithan. If you could be someone else for a day, who would you be? Definitely be like, become a Kardashian. Not that I like the Kardashians, but they're the only people I can think of other than Donald Trump that have a shitload of money that I could transfer into my own bank account, and I don't want to be Donald Trump. Unless I could kill Donald Trump but not kill me while I'm being him. But that's another thing. I would love to go back and be like Nefertiti or, you know, Cleopatra, like someone in ancient Egypt, but obviously I want to be like one of the fucking queens. Because like, fuck, I'm gonna be hauling those stones and making pyramids. I'm gonna be the one having baths and shit. The ancient Egyptians are like my people. I even have a little bastet. Those people worshipped cats. Like me. I have a feeling I would get on very well in ancient Egypt, despite, you know, like the fact that it's an ancient society that is not that civilized, likely. I'd love to go back and be like one of Victor Hugo's kids or someone like that I could like meet him and like just know more about him, get to have a conversation with him. You know, there's just so many people that I would like not necessarily want to be, but that I'd want to have a conversation with. But I think for a solid answer, it would have to be like being a Kardashian so I could have money. Think about it though. Think about all the books they could buy. And our final question is H.G. Wells. You can travel to any point in time. Where and when do you go? Again, ancient Egypt. I'd go to Victorian London, France, literally throughout time. I don't even know, like, I'd even just love to travel, like stand in this very spot in my bedroom and just travel back in time like a decade at a time and see how where I lived has changed. So that is the author ask tag. So I'm gonna tag my two favourite Toms, TJ Reads the Stars and Tom Talks Books, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully without the flippin' horns. Like seriously. Bye!